software development life cycle. Contains 6 stages. First one is initial phase or requirement phase. Initial phase. What is the task? Initial phase.
Requirement gathering.
Task is gathering the requirements. Roles. Who is involved in first initial stage? Business analyst
Engagement manager.
and engagement manager involving in initial stage.
Yeah.
Process.
I can't see your screen.
Yeah. Process. In initial phase, task is gathering the requirement and roles business analyst, engagement manager. Process, business analyst, engagement manager, they will go to the customer places and meet the customers an appointed date, and they will discussing overview of the project and they are gathering all the requirement and they will preparing the documents and come back to the company, submit all the documents. The documents names is called proof document. Proof documents. Names is BRS, FRS, CRS. Business requirement specification, functional requirement specification, customer requirement specifications. First initial stage, what is the responsibility? What is the task is gathering the requirement. Business analyst, they will go to the customer places and they will discussing about the project and they will gathering multiple requirement and they will preparing the documents and come back to the company, submit all the documents. The documents is names is called proof documents. Next, analysis. Second stage is analysis. Analysis task. First one is feasibility study. Second one is tentative planning. Third one is environment selection. Fourth one is requirement analysis. Requirement analysis. Feasibility study. It is a detailed study of the requirement, whether the requirements are possible within the budget, within the resource, within the time or not. It will analyzing which requirements are very important requirements and within the period and within the budget how many requirements are we can develop. He will analyzing and list out all the possibilities. He will analyze and list out all the possibilities requirements. After analyzing the requirement and he will preparing temporarily planning, that is called tentative planning. Then he will gathering all the environments, which environment is suitable for this application development. List out all the environment in this section. And requirement analysis is all the requirement like human requirements, hardware requirements, and software requirements. He will analyzing all the requirement and he will gathering all the requirement in this section. Who is involved in the analysis phase? Roles: system analyst, support of project manager, support of project manager. And after analyzing all the requirements, and will preparing temporarily planning, and will gathering all the environments and hardware requirements and software requirements, and will finally will preparing one proof document. The document's name is called proof document. What is the name is called proof document? Is called SRS document. SRS. What is SRS? Software requirement. Software requirement
Which one? Yeah.
specifications.
Okay.
Specification. It is a technical document. BRS document is a user requirement document. It is non-technical document. SRS document is a technical document. It's a final document. After analyzing all the requirement, in first initial stage, business analyst, they are gathering all the requirements, customer requirements and functional requirement and business requirement. Then in analysis stage, system analyst, you will receiving the BRS document and you will analyzing all the requirement. Finally, will preparing the document that is called software requirement document. That is called technical document. It is a technical document. What is the output of analysis phase? What is the output? SRS document.
Yes, sir.
What is the input of analysis phase? What is the input of analysis phase? Input document. What is the
Either
input
BRS or
document in
SRS
analysis?
also.
BRS, yes. BRS document is the input document of analysis phase. Output document is a SRS document. Next, third one is design. What is design? What is the task? What is the task? Design phase. What is the task? Design the software. Software designing. Software designing or planning. Project planning. Design the software. Design the software. Roles. Who is involved in designing page? System architect or technical lead. System architect and technical lead. Technical lead involved in the design page. In this designing page, two sub documents. One is high level designing. Second one is low level designing. What is high level design? Any idea, funny? High level design document
No.
and low level design. Low level design. High level design. It is also called global design. It is a global design. In universal terminology, it is called global design. Global design. It is low level design. What is high level design? It is a overall architecture of the software, system software. It is a overall architecture of the system software. In high level design time, system architect supporting of technical lead and using unified modeling language. It is a diagrammic language. If you want to prepare any charts or diagrams, charts, you can use unified modeling language. Chief architect or system architect using unified modeling language, whole project divide into modules. The designing is called high level design. In Gmail application, first module is login module. Funny.
Yeah.
Next, after entering the login module, inner modules. And the last module is logout module. Module designing. Whole project divide into modules. The design is called high level design. Chief architect using unified modeling language, whole project divide into modules. The designing is called high level design. It is also called global design. Overall architecture of the system software. Overall system software. System software. System architecture. Architect using unified modeling language. Using unified modeling language, whole project divide into two modules. The designing is called high level design. What is low level design? Low level design. It is also called detailed design. Detailed design. Low level design. Technical lead support of system architect using unified modeling language. Modules divide into submodules. It is a detailed design of the system software. It is a detailed design of the module. Every individual module designing is called low level designing. Got it funny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Technical lead using unified modeling language. Modules divide into two submodules. It is a detailed design involving technical lead support of system architect. In this designing page, proof document. What is proof document? Any idea? Sindhuja. What is the proof document in designing page? Software design document or technical design document. Some companies they are calling software designing document. Software design document SDD or technical design document TDD, technical design document or software design document. It is a designing page. Designing page, it is design the software. Two types of designing, HLD, high level designing and low level designing. High level designing is a overall architecture of the software system. System architect using unified modeling language, whole project divided into modules. The type of design is called high level design. Low level design is a modules. It is a detailed design of modules. Technical lead using unified modeling language. Modules divided into submodules. Next, fourth one. What is fourth stage? After designing, coding or implementation. coding. Coding or implementation. What is the task in coding page? What is the task? Funny. Preparing programming or coding. Preparing or developing programming or coding. Developing programming or coding. Roles. Who is involved in the coding page? Funny, any idea? Who is involved in coding page? Implementation side or development side?
Software developer.
Developers are programmers. Developers are programmers. Programmers involving the coding stage. Process. In designing time, technical lead or system architect receiving the SRS document, and finally they will preparing software design document. What is the input of designing page? What is the input document of design page? SRS document. And the output document is software design document. In coding page, developers are programmers receiving the software design document, and they will following the coding standards, and they will preparing actual source code. Developers are programmers, they are following coding standards. Develop any Java program, they are following some coding standards. Conditional, they're inserting conditional statements, loop statements based on the requirement, based on the test the functionality. They can following the coding standards, and they will preparing the actual source code. In this document, proof document is in this page. Proof document is, what is proof document? Any idea? Funny. Development
No.
development department or coding ways. What is the proof document? Source code document. Source code document. Source code document. Next one is testing. Testing page task. What is a task? Funny. In testing phase, test the software.
Software test.
Test the software test. Software testing. Test the software. Roles. Who is involved in testing page? Test
Quality analyst or software tester.
engineers. Test engineers. Test leads. Test senior test engineers. Test consultants. Okay, based on the company designations is different, but test engineers. Process. What is the input document of testing page? What is the input document? Funny. In
Yeah.
initial stage, in analysis stage, PRS document is input document. In designing
Yeah.
page, SRS document is input document. In coding page, software design document is input document. What is the input document of testing phase? What is the input document? SRS document. It is interview point of very important. SRS document. We are not receiving source code document. We are receiving software requirement, final requirement document, SRS document. Any document preparation time, mostly they can following the 4 steps: document preparation, document reviews, document approval, baseline document. Document preparation, after preparing the document, they were conducting document review meeting. The documents are correct or not, SRS document, BRS document, FRS document. Then document is approved. After conducting the review meeting, then they can decide document approved. After approval the document, finally they will preparing one baseline document. But it's funny, in software
Yeah.
field, want to preparing any document, first document preparation, document review, and document approval, and fourth one is final document. They can preparing baseline document. What is the input document of testing page? SRS document, software
SRS.
requirement specifications. First, test engineers receiving the requirement document, receiving the requirement document, and they will analyzing all the requirements. They will understanding. And first, they will receiving the requirement document. Test engineers first they will receiving the requirement document, and they will understanding all the requirement. So understanding all the requirement, all the requirements. While understanding all the requirement time, if they got any doubts, like, but it is one application, like here login is a main module. In the login module, agent name is one functional requirement, password, okay, cancel, help. When our understanding all the requirement time, if they got any doubts, list out all the doubts in notepad, that is called requirement clarification note. Requirement clarification note. While understanding the requirement time, while requirements, if they got any doubts, list out all the doubts, in RCN, requirement clarification note. The requirement clarification note sent to the author of the requirement. Once a clarification is given, test engineers again they will understanding all the requirement and take the test case template from the company. Take the test case template from the company. What is template? Shivangi. RCN sent to the author of the Shivangi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. What is template?
Document.
Template, it's not a document. It is format. It is a predefined format which is used for preparing any document easily. It is a format. Okay. RCN sent to the author of the requirement for clarification purpose. Once the clarification is given, the test engineers receiving the test case template from the company. Test case template from the company. What is template? Template, it is a predefined format. It is a predefined format which is used for preparing any document easily. Any idea, funny? Like if you want to fill any ration cards or something, voter ID cards, something, any, they can providing format like enter father name, enter date of birth, enter something. Got it, funny?
Yeah.
It is a format. Whenever they are providing format, you can preparing document easily. Same
Yeah.
company, they're providing test case template. Then test engineers, they can developing the test cases. Test engineers, they can design test cases. Company providing the test case template. Test engineers, they can developing or design the test cases. What is template? It is a predefined format. It is a predefined format. What is test case? What is test case? In manual testing time, test engineers manually execute the test cases on the application, and they will analyzing or they are observing the actual behavior of the application, and they will decide it is pass or fail by seeing. What is test case? It is a very important test case. Real time we can preparing test cases when our build is releasing to testing department, then executing one by one test case. Test case, it is just an idea of test engineer how to perform the actions or operations on the application using requirements. Got it, funny?
Yeah.
It is just an idea of test engineer how to perform the operations or reactions on the application using requirements. How to perform the actions or operations on the application using requirements or based on the requirements, using requirements. Then you will understanding all the requirement, they can preparing the test cases. It is just an idea of test engineer. That is test case. Test engineers take the test case template from the company, they can preparing test cases. After preparing the test cases, when our build is releasing to testing department, when our build is releasing to take the test case template and they will design the test cases. When our build releasing to testing department, build releasing to testing, they will execute all the test cases one by one. Whenever build is releasing to testing department, they will execute all the test cases one by one. If they find any defect, send to the developers. If they find any defect, send to the developers. Developers after modify the build send to the testing department, and test engineers receiving the modified build, test engineers receiving the modified build, they check the same functionality. Same functionality means funny.
Again,
Again, they check the where exactly they identify the defect. Okay, the defect is fixed or not.
yeah,
Defect is modified or not. Purpose, they check the same functionality using same test case. Same test case means same values they are entering.
yeah,
Okay, what type of test data they are using for this functionality testing time? Same test case they are executing. Same functionality they are checking. This type of testing is called regression testing. Same functionality execute using same test case. The testing is called regression testing. Test engineers receiving the modified build, they check the same functionality using same test case, that is called regression testing. It is a continuous process. Test engineers executing test cases. If they find any defects, send to the developers. After modify the build, developers send to the testing department, and test engineer again executing test cases. If they find any defects, send to the developers. When testing will be stop?
when there are no defects found.
When our project or product is defect free, then testing will be stop. Okay, it is a testing process. What is the process of testing phase? Test engineers first they will receiving the requirement document and they will understanding all the requirement. While understanding the requirement time, if they got any doubts, list out all the doubts in the requirement clarification note. Requirement clarification note sent to the author of the requirement for clarification purpose. Once the clarification is given, test engineers again understanding all the requirement and receiving the test case template from the company, and they can developing the test cases. They can design the test cases. Template, they will design the test cases. Whenever build releasing to testing, they will execute all the test cases one by one. If they find any defects, send to the developers. Developers after modify the build, send to the testing page. It is a test engineers after modified receiving the modified build, they check the same functionality using same test case, that is called regression testing. Next, after testing, what is next phase? Or next one is last
Deployment and maintenance.
delivery,
Maintenance.
maintenance, release or maintenance. Release or maintenance. Maintenance. Release the in releasing phase. What is the task? What is task? What is the task? Funny. Shivangi. Software releasing to the client. Software hand over to the client. Okay. Hand over the project to client. Hand over the project to client. Hand over the project to client. Roles. Who is involving releasing phase? Installation engineers and deployment engineers involving the in releasing or delivery phase. Process installation engineers, deployment engineers, they will go to the client places and hand over the project to client and install the software into client environment, and they will cancel all the agreements and come back to the company. That is the releasing process. It is maintenance. What is maintenance? Maintenance. It is very, very important. Nowadays, companies are recruited the test engineers for maintenance purpose. 60% employees they are recruited for maintenance. What is maintenance? Shivangi, any idea what is maintenance?
Even after delivery, if they find any defects, they have to fix, or if the client has any problems or understanding the software,
Okay.
they provide the support. That's maintenance.
Yes. Maintenance after hand over the project into client environment uh, and client places, they will using software or using time in software if any find a defect. Okay. In maintenance time, different ways. The types in maintenance is two types like modifications and another one is retirement. First one is modifications, another one is maintenance. Two types of modifications and maintenance. First one is modification. In modification, corrective changes. After hand over the project to client, if any defect are identified, then they can changes. It is a free of cost. Okay, corrective changes. Okay, it's a no cost. It is a free of cost if any defect is identified in client places. Enhancement. What is enhancement? First one is corrective changes. It's a free of cost. Free of cost. Second one is modifications time. Second one is enhancement. Enhancement means client expecting more functionality. Client expecting another requirements. Extend. Okay, it is not a free of cost. Okay, more functionality changes. More functionality expecting. Requirements. More functionality expecting. Next. Simple. In Gmail login page, first time they are developed username and password. Click sign in button. They are not developed forget password functionality. After hand over the project to client environment and you will expecting another functionality, forget password. Got it funny?
Yeah.
Any mod we extend the application, that time it's not a free of cost, it is a costly. Okay. Migration. What is migration? Any idea?
Migration is
Migrating
the
from old technology to new technology. Technology to new technology. What is migrate from old technologies to? They can develop the technologies. Okay, changes the technologies. Old technology they can modify the new technology time. They can conducting modifications. Okay, it is not a free of cost. It is also costly. Okay, they charged. Okay, next retirement. Another one is maintenance time. Retirement. Most of the companies right now they are conducting maintenance, project maintenance, because lot of old projects they can modified in old Gmail application. Uh, in Gmail application, uh, what is the look and feel? Funny. Old Gmail application. Any idea? Now they are in changed. Look and feel is changed in latest
yeah.
Gmail application. Modifications like okay,
Yeah.
modification. Next, retirement. Retirement. Retirement means old softwares like old Windows. Latest one is
Windows 10.
Windows 10 is introduced. Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8. Now they're implementing Windows 10. The old software retirement time they can modify it or implementing another latest releases versions. That time they can conducting maintenance. This is called maintenance phase. Okay, it is a software development life cycle. Software development life cycle. It's a very important. For process is very important, but we are involving only testing phase. But who is involving and what type of documents they are preparing? Okay, that is the most important for interview point of view. SDLC it contains 6 stages: initial, analysis, design, coding, testing. What is the input document of testing base? What is the input?
SRS.
SRS document. Very good. Uh,
What
what is that?
the
What is testing page output document? What is the output
um,
document of testing page?
test cases?
It is a deliverable documents. It is deliverable documents, test cases, defect profile document, deliverable documents. What is output of testing page? Shivangi, Sindhuja, any idea? What is the output of testing page? Output document. Quality product document. What is quality? Quality product.
Quality.
Quality product document. Quality product document is output document. Okay. Yes, this is SDLC. Tomorrow we will continue levels of testings. Levels of testings. Okay.
Yeah. Those methodologies like Agile and Waterfall, they are all
SDLC,
related to.
SDLC, software development models.
Yeah.
SDLC process is same based on the project, based on the requirement, based on the budget. Like some factors will decide models like waterfall model, prototype model, V model, fish model, agile model. Okay,
Yeah.
got it funny.
Yeah.
Process is same, but they are using different models. Because simple example, I want to go to Vijayawada to Hyderabad, but I have only limited amount, list 100 rupees and 150 rupees. Uh, I can choose train,
Yeah.
but I have a lot of money, but I have car, then I can go to the by car using car. But I have a lot of money, I can based on the time reach, I can deciding using flight, something another car. Okay,
Yeah.
process is same,
Yeah.
but they are using based on the budget, environment or project requirements. They can choose multiple models. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll discussing testing methodologies and levels of testing, then SDLC models. Okay, by all
Okay.
of you, any doubt? Funny.
No. Okay.
Uh,
Can
Actually,
you
yesterday I
insert
told,
that? Yeah.
yeah, tell me.
Uh, yeah. You said the last uh, deliverable document for testing. What is it?
In test planning
Quality
time, we're
product
discussing
document.
deliverable documents. List out all the deliverable documents.
Okay.
In
You
test
said
planning time, we
quality
will discuss.
product document, right?
Quality product is output document of testing,
Okay.
but in real time they're not mentioned. But interview point of view, some companies they concentrate. Okay, but real time we're
Okay.
not preparing any. Some companies they are not maintains any output document of testing page, but some companies they are maintain the output document in testing page also. Every time they are checking quality, how many test cases are executed, how many test cases are, got it funny, prepared.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that is
Okay.
by all of you.